This is going to be a quick rotation guide for Frost Mage in the War Within. We are going to look at both Mythic Plus and Raiding. FYI, they do both take Spell Slinger, where basically some of your spells are going to embed splinters into your enemy, and then it kind of gets better and better. And then the ultimatum is that when you've got more than 8 splinters, you cast a Splinter Storm. Shatter all embedded, and this happens automatically. Shatter all embedded frost splinters, dealing their remaining periodic damage instantly. Conjure a frost splinter for each splinter shattered, then unleash them all in a devastating barrage, dealing massive frost damage to your target for each splinter in the Splinter Storm. Oh, this is so exciting. Splinter Storm applies Winter's Chill to its target. Oh, thanks a lot. And then looking at the actual set bonus, Ice Lance damage is increased. Cool. Damage dealt by Fingers of Frost. Enhanced Ice Lances invoke a Frigid Pulse, dealing more frost damage to nearby targets. Damage reduced beyond 8 targets. It's really, really cool. I love what they're doing with the hero talents here. Let's get into it. Starting off, we are looking at the raid rotation. As I said, we are looking through Mythic Plus, Dungeons, and Raiding. So this is the single target rotation, okay? Number 1 is going to be Icy Veins, giving you 20% haste and summoning a water elemental that will help increase how much damage you do to your target. And that's going to open a 30-second window. That's going to be up for. Then we're going to use Flurry, but only if the target does not have Winter's Chill on it. And you can see here, or I'll probably just show you in here actually. No, I can't see it in here, sorry. I'll show you on the target. Winter's Chill, taking damage from the mage's spells as if it was frozen. TLDR, we do more damage to our enemies if they are frozen. And what Winter's Chill does is, well, in fact, I'll just read it out to you. Flurry unleashes a flurry of ice, striking the target 3 times. Each hit reduces their movement speed and has a chance to activate Glacial Assault and applies Winter's Chill to the target. Winter's Chill causes the target to take damage from the spells as if it were frozen, which means we do more damage. So when we use Flurry, it is going to make 2 stacks of Winter's Chill on the target. If we've activated Icy Veins and we've got 2 stacks of Winter's Chill, then we're going to use Ice Lance on our target, flinging a shard of ice, dealing frost damage and frost damage to a second nearby target, and the damage is tripled against frozen targets. So there you start to see why that's important. If there's only 1 stack of Winter's Chill left, then we're going to use Ray of Frost, which beams a Ray of Frost at the target, channeling it, slowing them, and dealing damage, and snare is increased as well. Generates 2 charges of Fingers of Frost. What is Fingers of Frost then? Frostbolt has a chance, and Frozen Orb has a chance to generate Fingers of Frost. Fingers of Frost causes your next Ice Lance to deal damage as if the target were frozen. And again, that's your Ice Lance here. So it's quite similar to how Winter's Chill works. After that, we're going to use Frozen Orb, and then we're going to use Shifting Power. Shifting Power reduces your cooldowns, and you can see it kind of reducing the cooldown here on your Frozen Orb and your Icy Veins, hence why we use it after we've used our cooldowns. If we have Winter's Frost, Fingers of Frost even, or Winter's Chill, not the same thing, then we're going to use Ice Lance again here. After that, if we have applied Winter's Chill and there is a big Splinter Storm in progress, we're going to use Comet Storm as well, just to make it even crazier. Then we're going to use Glacial Spike whenever we can. What our mastery does is, can you see you've got these little icicles? Well, we can only use Glacial Spike when we have 5 of these, and we will be generating them passively. So we can only use Glacial Spike when we have 5 icicles. But it's going to conjure a huge spike and launch it at our enemy. After that, we're just going to use Flurry, if we still can. And then after that, we're just going to use Frostbolt. And that is pretty much the rotation. If we then look at it in the AoE rotation, if I wait to come out of combat, you can see the Mythic Plus build, only a few talents are really changing. And now we're going to look at the AoE build. So Icy Veins, as usual, of course, is your top priority to use. It is our major cooldown. And then if our last spell was Comet Storm, then we're going to use Cone of Cold. So Cone of Cold will do a cone of frost damage in front of you, but it's only our top priority if we've just cast Comet Storm. Otherwise, we're going to use Frozen Orb and then use Blizzard, and we're going to use Frostbolt, but only again in a specific situation. And oh no, sorry, wrong button. We're going to use Frostbolt with Death's Chill. If Icy Veins is active, damaging an enemy with Frostbolt increases spell damage by 1%, and it can stack up to 15 times. We're going to use Frostbolt here in the priority list for AoE, only in Icy Veins and only to max out those stacks. After that, we are going to use Comet Storm. And of course, after Comet Storm, we come back up and use Cone of Cold. After that, we of course want to reduce our cooldowns again, so we're going to use Shifting Power. Then it's Glacial Spike, same as before, then Flurry, then Ice Lance, and then Frostbolt, where we're using Flurry, if Winter's Chill is not on the target, Ice Lance if we have Fingers of Frost or Ice or Winter's Chill on the target, and Frostbolt is just our filler. And that pretty much is the rotation as a quick guide for Frost Mage in the War Within. If you would like a much more in-depth guide, check out the pinned comment on this video. And it's in the description as well for you. I've done a full in-depth guide over on my main WoW channel for you. If you want some more VIP support through Discord or Patreon, you can join my Patreon. That's also in the description, where you're also going to get loads of LVI profiles and UIs, and also a load of War Within specific macros to make your life easier on any different class that you may be playing. And if you click this playlist here, I have done all specs, both PvE and I'm doing PvP, for the War Within for you as a quick guide as well.